Hello, welcome to this video. I am Sherry Russ and I am going to show you how I did this 12 by 12 mixed media layout. I hope you enjoy it. The paper I'm using is from the Newsworthy paper pack from the Paper Studio, and then I'm using a Crafter's Workshop stencil. This is the reverse chicken wire, and I'm just randomly sponging some jet black ink. I'm just estimating where I'm going to be putting my photo later. And then this is a stencil by Plaid, and instead of using it as a regular stencil, I'm going to use it as a stamp. So I'm dabbing some distress paint. This is Rusty Hinge, and then stamping that onto the page also. Next, I'm laying down a 12 by 12 stencil by the Crafter's Workshop. This is Sketch Grid, and I'm going to apply some modeling paste randomly just to give the page a little texture. And I'm not really being very careful about where I put it. It's just I'm still thinking at this point what I'm going to do with this page. So I'm still basically just winging it. And then I have a printout of the photo I want to use. So I cut out 3 of those. And I just lay it on the page, audition it for a little bit and see how it's going to look. Then I lay a stencil by, I think this is Heidi Swapp. And I pound some white gesso on some of the hearts. And I dry that a little bit. And then I'm going to be coloring it, adding a little color using Twinkling H2Os. So I lay down the stencil again where the hearts are, and then I'm using a Persimmon, the color, this is from the Romance collection, or the Twinkling H2Os, and then I just quickly color the hearts. Just give it a wash of colors. You're going to see me doing this a lot throughout the page, auditioning the photos, just so I know where the elements are going to be put in. And then I outline the hearts with a black Faber-Castell color pencil, and then I go over again. I go over the outlines with a wet brush. And I took another colored pencil. This is like brown, I think. It's closer to the Rusty Hinge color, and then I sort of just doodle outline the stamped stencil just to give it a little interest. And then that's the bronze Perfect Pearls Mist, and then I mist the page randomly. Just I want it to have a little bit of shimmer. Then I lay the stencil again and take out some of the stamps from the mini mixed media backgrounds by STAMPlorations, because I want to give the hearts a little grunged up look or texture. So I just randomly stamp some of the texture backgrounds on the hearts. And then I'm using one of the flowers from the Bloom Sketches set by STAMPlorations. I decided to go with a sunflower stamp, and then I'm using VersaMagic I think that's gingerbread, and then I just randomly stamp the sunflower. And then I flipped the stamp over because I wanted to soften the gingerbread, that brown ink. So I just randomly stamped again over it with, this is Thatched Straw, VersaMagic chalk ink. And next I took another piece of paper from the same newsworthy collection, and I just cut my own scallop border. Again, auditioning, placed in my photos again to see where I would put the scallop border. And then I just roughly outline the border with the black watercolor pencil, just to define it and make it pop a little off the page. Then with gel medium by Liquitex, I just adhere border. I like using my fingers. Then I've got that short border that I cut off, so I decided to use that because I didn't want it to go to waste. So I'm going to do the same thing, outline it with the watercolor pencil, and then adhere it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is actually put my photos into place now, because I'm pretty sure that's where I want them to go. But in the middle of doing it, I decided I wanted to ink the edges with the gingerbread chalk ink. So then I got 2 more papers from the same pack, and I decided the scallop border needed a couple more to it. So I'm just auditioning the papers here and seeing how they'd look. Then I'm distressing the edges with a Tim Holtz distressing tool, just so it's not real straight or nice and clean. And I'm going to ink the edges of these again before I stick them onto my page. And I'm inking them with the same ink I used for the photos, the gingerbread chalk ink. Really, I'm just too lazy to go find my brush for gel medium. So, and then this is, I found this in my stash. It's an old Seven Gypsies rub-ons. It has text, and I thought it would add a little more interest to the page so I just randomly rubbed some of the words. Here's another one from my stash. I have a lot of this, so this is, I'm just applying it. It's my main title, so just rubbing it onto the page. And then this is an SRM Stickers set from the wedding sticker set. I liked the black, gray, and white border, so I'm applying that around some of the photos. And then another one that says True Love. And really, I'm just not overthinking this. I'm just applying it where I feel like I could create a collage look. And here's another sticker set from SRM Stickers. They're wonderful because they're transparent. So they're great if you can't stamp on your page because you have a lot of layers already on it, and the stamp's not going to print well. And then here's another rub-on I'm adding from one of my stash. I don't know the company, but I really love it. So I picked one of the sentiments there and applied it under love. And then I decided to grunge up the page a little more by dampening the side with a little water and then tearing it a little. So I want to give it a shabby look. And then I ink it with the Gingerbread VersaMagic chalk ink. And I do it 2 more times on the edges. And then I'm just auditioning papers to use as a background for those torn edges. And I decided on this one. So I'm just sticking it under there, and so it'll look like it's peeking from the torn edges. And then I decided to ink the edges of the layout with my black, jet black ink. And I love my Faber-Castell white artist pen, so I just doodled a border and on the center image, center photo with it. And then I decided the page needed some splatters, so I took the rusty Hinge distress paint, opened it up, and then took a paintbrush, and then I just splatted some inks on it. And then I took a little bit of gesso, sprayed a little bit of water on it, and then I'm going to do the same thing. And this layout is almost done. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching, and hope it inspires you to create your own layouts. Bye.